C.Clement presents Let's Pray for the Culture. These thoughts and concerns you are about to hear are real life situations, real life issues that I witnessed with my own eyes and ears and wish to share so that you can see we are all going through something. This is my opportunity to speak my mind and share some good, some bad, but nevertheless, life is real and it's a blessing to be living to witness what this land and culture we share has bestowed upon us. My views are not to judge or criticize, but to make all who listen simply think. You pray for me and I'll pray for you, and together let's pray for the culture. As a child, I was blessed to know my grandfather until I was like 10 years old on my mother's side, and my grandmother until the age of 14 on my father's side. I had a special relationship with both of them, more so my grandfather than my grandmother. I'm not sure how many children today have the opportunity to spend quality time with their grandparents, but for sure, being older, we see the differences in today's world and society. There's something missing in our children's manners, their walk, their talk, their level of respect. Their mindset is different, and the ability to understand who's the parent and who's the child. Years ago, our grandparents were the foundation of the family, and everyone respected and cared about that. Our parents took care of their parents as if they were the last of their breed. If they got sick, mama and daddy were taking care about all of the children and not just one. If they were worried, as a child, you could feel it. Now all you wanted to do was help if you could. In today's world, many of our grandparents are struggling to live and are receiving care in a nursing facility, or what we used to call an old folks home. And many of us know they're not being treated right, at least not up to the standards that they were used to when at home. And many of us are just too busy today to care. So where has the love gone? Where has the care and concern for grandma and granddaddy gone? Where are the children when they need them most? Because many have money, they stick them into a facility and just forget about them. Allow other people to take over their care and take care of them. And that makes me think, would my mother and father do me like that? Today's grandparents are way younger than I remember a grandmother or grandfather to be. They were always older. And many grandparents are raising grandchildren because many of today's mothers and fathers are nowhere to be found. This appears very disrespectful and one-sided to me. For sure, life is not the same for everyone. Life is not perfect. But many kids are suffering because they lack the discipline, the love, compassion that many of their parents were unable to provide. Yes, many children today are missing that connection. No one is perfect. None of us can judge the other. But the thought of how we treat our grandparents is very real in our lives today. I was taught to treasure the elderly for their knowledge, experiences, and overall wisdom. We are slowly losing the older generation's wisdom, and therefore we lose our identity. So let us hear your thoughts, your ideas, and again, join me and let's pray for the culture. C.Clement presents the culture. It's all about the culture, the culture. Join me and let's pray for the culture.